that how can I make my intellect tejasvi to remind me what to do and what I should not do in adverse as well as happy moments in my life. For example, I want my tejasvi buddhi to be like an antivirus system, because we do make mistake in an adverse situation. At the same time, same mistake can be repeated when we are too happy. So how can we do tejasvi buddhi to be like that?
You have to train the buddhi, you have to train the mind. So what is required? We have got the lower self, which wants to be lazy, which wants to seek pleasure, which wants to run from pain, which wants an easy life. Right? So that is our lower self, the mind. And then there is the higher self, which wants to have the tejasvi buddhi and which wants to act in a beneficial way, which wants to have a productive and successful life. So you have to train to keep your higher self in charge of the lower self. It's all a question of training. Whenever there are impulses, you say, no, I will check these impulses. And instead, I will act in the way that is most beneficial for me. So, to do that, first of all, you keep empowering your intellect with good wisdom. Like you are coming for the lecture, you are receiving good wisdom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But it doesn't end out here. Because what you receive, it may get forgotten. And if it's forgotten, then it's no longer any use. So you have to revise that again and again and again. All right?
Thank you so much.
And after revising it, then you have to decide with your intellect. This is the truth. That happiness comes from a sense of purpose. So a life of purpose is more important. And this three-step process is called Shravan, Manan and Nididhyasan. To hear, to contemplate, and to decide, to develop faith on that knowledge. If you empower your intellect, and then you train your mind to work in line with the intellect. So my mind, you don't have these desires, you have these desires. You don't feel like this, you feel like this. Like you train little children, you have to train your mind as well. Yes.
Spirituality requires a lot of courage, right? Because we must subdue our mind and our lower nature and move to our higher nature. And
little courage.
Yeah, little courage.
Yes.
And how to develop this courage and overcome all the fears that our mind is creating out of nothing. Even logically we know that it does not have a basis, but sometimes it
yeah, so courage, you're right actually. Saint Kabir, he said, तीर तलवार से जो लड़े सो शूरवीर नहीं होए. Shurveer is a brave hero. One who fights with bows and arrows and swords is not really the hero. Maya taji bhakti kare, shur kahave soy. The one who rejects Maya and does bhakti, that is the brave hero. So we must try and become heroic in our thinking. That means must become brave. If something is right, then we will be up for it even though it is difficult. That kind of mindset must develop. Now it is the heroism itself. I mean, you look where you are from and you have come all the way here just for spirituality, right? So that is heroism.
That was necessity. I mean, I couldn't do it.
So likewise, you have to continue that heroic journey.